Yes, people, welcome back to JQ LFC. And once again, sorry for the shocking attire. Again, I just came from the gym. But I thought I just want to take this time to preview the World Cup final. Yes, the stage is set. New York City, MetLife Stadium. We're talking about Argentina versus Espanyol, Spain. A somewhat distinct Spanish flavor in the Big Apple. Spanish apples, anyone? But before that, let's just quickly recap the semifinals. Obviously, Spain beat France 2-0 in their semifinal, which in a game where, Spain really more or less locked down the French attack of Mbappe, Doué, Dembele, Olise. They couldn't do a thing, which is interesting to see in the final, to see if Spain can lock down Argentina's attack. But it's the other semi-final that got people's attention because between England and Argentina, and to be honest, I have a soft spot for England more so than Argentina. And when England, when they got the lead in the 57th minute or something like that through Anthony Gordon, I thought, oh, this is good. England might just make it to the final. But as everybody saw, and a lot of people have already criticized, I won't go into too much of detail, but England, Thomas Tuchel, the defensive approach came too early. I felt that England should have went and got a second goal first before they parked the bus. See, going against Argentina and Lionel Messi and Enzo Fernandez and all the Argentina attack, you know that they're going to attack. So if you know they're going to attack, Tuchel should say, go for the second goal. Go get a second goal, especially when the momentum was at England's side. So this is on Thomas Tuchel. This is on the players. The first time in this tournament that England and Tuchel made a tactical error was the most crucial tactical error because it cost them a place in the final. It cost them a rematch of the 2024 Euros between Spain and England. So it cost them dearly. Lionel Messi. Let's talk about this, man. Let's talk about this guy. Actually, we'll get to him in a moment. And Argentina, back-to-back finals. So, like I said, the stage is set. Spain versus Argentina. What's at stake is the big question in this final. I'm not even going to talk about France versus England in the third or fourth place. The only thing out of that will probably be Kylian Mbappe trying to get back-to-back golden boots. That's the only thing. So I won't go into that. But what's at stake for Spain versus Argentina? Well, for Spain, I think it's more of their star man, Lamine Yamal, the youngster. As most of you might know out there, there's a picture of Lionel Messi carrying Lamine Yamal when Lamine was a baby. So how interesting is it that in New York City at MetLife Stadium, he and Messi are going to meet in a World Cup final? And if Lamine Yamal wins, he's going to be solidifying himself as one of the future GOATs. I think he would definitely be one of the youngest footballers to win the World Cup, and he's an elite company, a young company, if you will. When you think of Kylian Mbappe when he won his World Cup at age 18, I think, or age 19, so pretty much the same age as Lamine Yamal. Even with the late Pelé at age 17 when he won his first of 3 World Cups with Brazil. But what's at stake for Lionel Messi? You see, when this World Cup started, and when I saw Messi scoring goal after goal after goal in the group stages, I mentioned this. I thought, you know what? Messi already has won the last World Cup. This World Cup tournament is more of like an encore. It's like an encore. He's just gonna have fun with it. He looks so relaxed, so emotional, and so like even if he doesn't win the World Cup, it's not gonna bother him because he's done it all. But I never really understood the potential history that awaits Lionel Messi if he wins this World Cup. You see, just by going to the final alone in this World Cup, he has done something that only the late great. I'll put it this way. Sorry, let me just repeat this again. By going into the final of this World Cup, all right, Lionel Messi has done what the late great Diego Maradona has done, and that is bring Argentina to back finals. And the style that he has and the way he has done it is very similar because in '86 Maradona won the World Cup. In 1990 he brought Argentina to back finals. The same thing has happened with Lionel Messi. 2022 he won the Qatar World Cup. Now here in 2026 he's in the finals again. But what if Messi wins this World Cup? Then a lot of things are going to happen. A lot of history is going to be made. First of all, as far as the Ballon d'Or is concerned, personally, I don't really care, but I won't be surprised if he gets a 9th Ballon d'Or. The GOAT debate between him and Ronaldo has already been settled 4 years ago, but this will really solidify it as Messi being the greatest of all time. But I'm sure, within the country of Argentina itself, I'm sure there are some Argentinian fans, older generation Argentinian fans, that would argue that, Diego Maradona is a better player than Lionel Messi. If Messi wins this World Cup, there's no debate. Back-to-back World Cups. Messi will be the greatest Argentinian player ever. Better than the late great Diego Maradona, better than Mario Campos in '78. And not only that, he'll be the first player since the late great Pele himself to win back-to-back World Cups. Think about the company, the elite generational company that Messi will find himself in if he wins the final, if he wins this World Cup. Think about it. It's already big enough that he has completed the whole set back in Qatar when he finally won the World Cup, ending the GOAT debate. But now, if he wins this one, he's like, if there's a football heaven, I'm exaggerating. I'm exaggerating, obviously. But what I'm trying to say is, if he wins this World Cup, he will be in. If there's a football throne, he's sitting on it. I'll put it this way. If there's a football throne, if there's a football multiverse, there's only one football throne, and he's sitting on it as a king. King Messi. Better than Pele, better than Maradona, better than, I don't know, Beckenbauer, Platini, Zidane, R9 Ronaldo, certainly CR7 Ronaldo. Even the stars of the future, everybody's going to be looking at Lionel Messi as the measuring stick. That's if he wins the final. What can I say? If that happens, he will be the Michael Jordan of football. Dare I say, maybe even bigger than Michael Jordan. I'm putting myself out there. Lionel Messi could be greater than Michael Jordan. I know it's comparing apples and oranges and all that, but the way you look at Messi's trophy cabinet, can you really argue? And at 39 years old, winning back-to-back World Cups, settling the GOAT debate, and not just between him and Ronaldo, but all generations. Can you really deny his greatness from there? You have a think about it. So the World Cup final, what score do I predict? First things first, I think this will end in 90 minutes. I doubt it will go to extra time. But it's going to be a low-scoring final. It won't be a 3-3 final like the last World Cup. They went to penalties. I don't think it's going to go that far this time. I would say 90 minutes, maybe 2-1 Argentina. That's my prediction. But I want to end this video on a more somber and a very vindicated note, if you want to put it. If I want to put it this way, I think that's the best way for me to put it. That's the best word I can use right now. And this is for all Liverpool fans all around the world, Scousers worldwide, if you want to put it this way. There's an AI song coming up. Look out for it. Just a couple of days ago, there was this new law in the United Kingdom that was being passed down by their government. And it's called the Hillsborough Law. Basically, the gist of that law is, if I understand this correctly, government bodies have to be open and transparent. They cannot cover up any events, especially catastrophic events. And the source, the inspiration of this law that was being passed by the UK government was, the source of it was the Hillsborough disaster in 1989, where 96, now 97 Liverpool fans lost their lives in a horrific incident in the Hillsborough Stadium during the FA Cup semi-finals between Liverpool and I think it was Middlesbrough. I can't remember who was Liverpool's opponents, but 96 people at that time lost their lives, and for nearly 4 decades, the government has been trying to cover up that incident. If you're a Liverpool fan, or if you know somebody who's a Liverpool fan, you would know that for 4 decades, the families of those 96 that died, now 97, have been seeking justice for the travesty that happened at Hillsborough. And for nearly 4 decades, the government has been covering up, denying any accountability for that tragic event. Now, after nearly 4 decades, the Hillsborough Law has been passed down. I know I'm not from Liverpool, but I'm a Liverpool fan. I'm a Liverpool supporter. I know about the Hillsborough disaster. If there ever was a time to say justice for the 97 has been served, this is the turning point. At least this is the turning point. Can I say this is it? This is the moment where justice was served for the 97? I wish I could. Maybe the families would say more could be done. And I totally agree with it. I totally understand it. But if there ever was a turning point, I think this is the turning point. So for me, from myself as a Liverpool fan, to all the families of the 97 that passed away, it's definitely a start. But allow me to say this to you. Justice has been served. It is up to you now to move forward from there. But know that as a fan, and how fitting that the motto of Liverpool Football Club is, "You'll never walk alone, because I stand with you." And on that note, I'll just end this here. Like, comment, share, subscribe. And to all you Liverpool fans out there, in fact, all football fans out there, anybody who's watching this, even if you don't support Liverpool, I'm sure you agree, justice has been served. And I'll see you in the next video.